A great logo is simple. The best logos are the simplest. Too many details add distracting visual noise. Be aware that although simple is good, it is not the same as simplistic, which is not good. If your logo looks like a child could have created it, or that you created it without much thought, then your logo is probably simplistic. To make a logo simple requires editing, thinking, and work, boiling a complex message down to its essence. A great logo is readable. As a rule of thumb, when your logo is around 2 inches by 2 inches, the most important message should be clear from 10 feet away. Anything that degrades type or icon readability should be avoided. A great logo is unique. A logo visually distinguishes one organization from all the rest, so it should not look like all the rest. A logo should not use generic symbols or typography in generic ways. A great logo is scalable. Logos need to be versatile enough to work when they're either very small or very large. Using vector versus pixel-based graphics will help. Also, keeping logos generally squarish rather than extremely tall or wide will help them be scalable. A great logo is unified. Every element in a logo must work together with every other element as a unit to communicate the intended idea. The principle of proximity, alignment, and repetition are all vital to this unity. Elements cannot just be decorative. They must communicate ideas, principles, and emotions to an audience. A great logo is interesting. The key to making a logo interesting is contrast. There are many ways to add contrast to a logo. One of the best ways is to make sure your logo is strong in black and white before you begin to experiment with color. Then when and if you do use color, use it sparingly. A great logo is recognizable, a term coined by a former student of mine. It means that great logos are recognizable and memorable, even without time in marketing. Keeping logos simple and unified, and conceiving of them as more than a graphic with text slapped on, will help make logos recognizable. You know a lot about logos. You've been experiencing them for your whole entire life. Don't forget what you know as you design your own logos. Here are some examples of logos that I've worked on, mostly for fictitious organizations and for a class assignment. This one, Socially Awkward Anonymous, is for an organization that helps introduce socially awkward people into society and to each other. Here's one for the Busy Honeybug. I think it was a beekeeping organization that made honey. La Policía Varimora is the fashion police. Bubblegum Girls Anonymous is to help girls who are addicted to bubblegum. Heal Your Heart Brownies is an organization that brings brownies to people who have just recently gone through difficult breakups. Nerds United, this is one idea for Nerds United, and this is another, an organization that brings nerds together. This particular organization was an actual DJ company run by one of my students, and these were the logos that he first came up with. I thought they were a really good start, but that I could improve on them, so I gave it a try. Again, I was shooting for simple, readable, unique, scalable, unified, interesting, and recognizable. How do you think I did? Here's another organization called SamGab. Save a mind, give a book. You probably get the idea. Here's an organization called So Smart. I believe it gave sewing skills to people in third world countries so they could start their own businesses. The the National Organization for the Advancement of, wait for it, Squirrels, another fictitious organization. Simple logo, but hopefully fairly clear and fairly united. Steer Safe was a driving school. Notice the S's in the icon and the simple use of color. This is another logo created by a student, Sushi House. I decided to try and see if I could make it more simple, readable, unique, scalable, unified, interesting, and memorable. So I tried this. This is the color version, the black and white version, and the white on color. This last example is also for a restaurant called Yummy Bakery, or Yummy Bakery. The student told me that this was for a bakery that made cupcakes, but to me it looked like ice cream, so I turned it into an ice cream place. Took out the bakery, made the color scheme more mature, made the shapes more unique, tried to simplify it, and add contrast. So I hope that helps give you some ideas. I'm hoping that your logo project turns out awesome. Best wishes.